I'm Judy Herman, and I'm so glad that you joined me. Last week actually at this time, I was in Franklin, Tennessee. Some of you have already seen the pictures that I posted on Facebook, but I was with a remarkable group of people. They're new, some of them are new friends, and it was wonderful. So this was Dan Miller's Eaglepreneur Mastermind group. That's kind of, say that 5 times fast. Dan Miller has written the book, 48 Days to the Work You Love, and he's been a mentor to me from a distance for quite some time, but this is the first time that I was able to be with this group face to face. We meet 3 times a year. It was wonderful. His property is called The Sanctuary. It was just a really very nurturing place to be. What I learned from Dan and the group that I was with were 3 things. I was hanging around with very positive people that were courageous and encouraged me to be courageous, people who were curious and they encouraged me to be curious, and also people who are living out their calling and they're encouraging me to do that. One thing I did do, which was really amazing, so not only Dan and Joanne have been married for 50 years, but Joanne wrote this book called Creating a Haven of Peace. I was very touched by the energy with which they gave to us and had such hospitality and guidance. It was wonderful to be around that and to be around it face to face. So Joanne's written a book, and she is qualified to know how to create that haven of peace. And here I've written a book, Beyond Messy Relationships, Divine Invitations to Your Authentic Self. But these are kind of like, this is an awesome example of what I envisioned. And I think it's going to be a healthy read. I'd love for you all to pick up a copy. But her children are amazing, and grandchildren, and it was just wonderful to be around Dan and Joanne Miller. Thank you so much, Dan and Joanne. And then also Teresa McCloy, a good friend now of mine, that I went to her retreat. She had a spiritual retreat, and this was with a group of maybe about 15 or so, maybe more. And she is an expert on the Enneagram. That was awesome to get around some other folks and to have that guidance and that perspective. And also just to kind of sit back from the busyness. I have been busy. I need to tell you a couple things about my busyness and what I'm now deciding to do. First of all, my book, you may already know, it's available on Kindle. But the print book the release date is September the 10th. I will have a launch party here in Chattanooga. So right now I'm recruiting some volunteers to help me because I know I can't do this on my own. So what I'm going to do in place of the live Facebook video teachings that I've been doing every week, it's going to be more like announcements. And I might be recruiting some more volunteers. So not only local volunteers is what I'm looking for this VIP launch team, because this is not just launching a book. This is launching a movement of honoring our dignity and value and worth as human beings, and to be able to recognize the messiness in our relationships and to learn different relationship dances, kind of like how Joanne and Dan have modeled for us. So what I'm going to do is not just work with a local team, but I'd like to also work with a virtual team, folks that are not here locally. I'd love to have it streaming live on September the 10th. I think that would be so awesome. So here's what I need for you to do is make sure that you're on my email list if you're not already. If you have bought Beyond Messy Relationships Kindle version, and you've not signed up for my email list, make sure you do, because I have questions to ponder that I would like to give to you, and also keep you abreast of other products that I'm developing. So that's about it. I don't want to go too much longer, but actually I'm going to be in Atlanta on Saturday learning from some more awesome people. I'm going to be with Dr. Laura Lewis. She's a psychologist and helps people like me to get the message out about our books and do public speaking. So I'm excited about that, and I will share more with you. So what I want to leave with you, though, is to make sure you have an attitude of curiosity, no matter how familiar your spouse is to you, or your profession, or your job, or the person you're in front of. Still, have that attitude of curiosity. That's a gift to give to the other person and yourself. Be courageous and tune in to your calling. Thanks so much for joining me. All right, bye-bye.